Okay, I got homecoming in like 1 hour, so I need to hurry up and make this video. So hey guys, today our video is going to cover a car that will be available for the next week or so. It is the Porsche 918 Spyder, which is a Class A vehicle. It's available! And for me, that's super tempting because I love this car. It's definitely my favorite car from the Porsche brand. However, I do have to stop and think for a minute. Will this benefit me overall if I get this car, and is it worth it? So today, that's what I will answer in this video. To start out, let's talk about the blueprints. This car needs 35 blueprints in order to unlock it, and while that might not seem like a lot, it kind of is, because these are legendary blueprints, and they take forever to get. Fortunately, there is an event that's going on that should give us some of the blueprints. However, it's not 100% guaranteed. See, there's this first section that gives these Porsche 918 packs. However, the chances of one of the packs being the blueprints for the Porsche is not extremely high. And for all 5 of these packs that were given out, I got 0 blueprints for the 918. And then there's this next section to the right of that gives you 10 blueprints for the car if you beat a time of 1 minute and 9 seconds. This is actually not that easy, and there's only a few select cars that can do this race that could beat that time. So that's also not exactly guaranteed if you don't have a good enough car to beat that time. Luckily for this event, I had my Ferrari LaFerrari, which could definitely beat this time of 1 minute and 9 seconds, so I secured 10 blueprints overall from this event. For this video, I'm going to assume that you guys did not get those 10 blueprints, and I will calculate the costs of how much you should have in order to get this car from there. For every 10 packs that you buy, which is 750 tokens, you'll get on average 6 blueprints. I know, it says that it's possible to get 15 blueprints in one of the packs. The chances of that are like 1 in 1,000 something something. It's extremely difficult to get 15 blueprints in one pack, so do not expect that to happen. Just on average, it will be around 6 for every 10 packs. That's 750 tokens for 6 blueprints. You need 35 blueprints, so you need to multiply that amount by 6. You'll need 4,500 tokens to get your 35 blueprints. That doesn't sound like a lot of tokens, but if you look at the prices of tokens, that is well over $100 of real money. That's expensive. But regardless of money, let's take a look at this car at 1 star and how it performs. Once you unlock it, you'll see that you gain 25,952 points for garage value. That's not bad at all, I guess, for a Class A car especially. And then you look at the stats of the car at its home page. It says the top speed is at 345 kilometers an hour, and its nitro is 68.36 kilometers an hour. This confuses me, because this is wrong. As is the other cars in this game, all the stats are completely incorrect in miles an hour and in terms of kilometers an hour. Because when you actually see this car in a race, it's going 359 kilometers an hour tops. That doesn't make sense, that doesn't add up. The top speed is less than that, and the top speed plus nitro is way more than that. If we ignore those weird stats that are completely off, you'll see that 359 kilometers an hour, which is around 229 miles an hour, is very fast for a 1-star Class A vehicle. If you compare the stats to a fully maxed out Aston Martin Vulcan, which is a starter Class A vehicle, this car still has better speed overall compared to the Vulcan. That's nice. If we look at the other stats at 1 star for the 918, you'll notice that the acceleration is pretty good. The handling and drifting, while not the best, is not the worst either. Its nitro efficiency, for 1 star, yes, it's kind of bad, but as you upgrade the car, it gets so much better. In summary, at 1 star, this car is still pretty good, and for this multiplayer season especially, it will do super well and beat most of its competition, even if you're not at higher than 1 star. But what about when this car is maxed out? How will it do then? This next footage that we have, provided by TWL Slayer, is actually a very good comparison video on a 1-star 918 compared to a fully maxed out 5-star 918. Let's see how it does. For this footage, the maxed out 918 is on the left and the 1-star 918 is on the right. And wow, the acceleration difference is a lot. The maxed out 918 obviously accelerates so much faster. In addition, its nitro efficiency is spectacularly good. It lasts so long. It's great. Its handling and drifting is also very much improved compared to its earlier versions, and the top speed and nitro are slightly improved. But are they improved enough? As you can see in this footage, the maxed out 918 is going 375 kilometers an hour at full speed. That's 233 miles an hour, which is 4 miles an hour more than its 1-star version. So from 1 star to 5 stars, you increase by 4 miles an hour. That doesn't seem like a lot. Despite what seems like a really small speed difference from beginning to end, the car is still very, very fast for a Class A vehicle. It's one of the fastest out there, and if you were against any other Class A car, you would probably do very well. But even with all these positive comments that I just said, I do not think that this car is worth it. Simply spending over 4,000 tokens for a vehicle, that vehicle must be extremely good. This car is good, very good in fact, but it doesn't have that extremeness factor that I really want. Example of a extreme car that's very good in this game is the Bugatti Chiron. That car has explosive speed and at max pro can go over 290 miles an hour. That's what I need, that's what I want. I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but I'd much rather spend $100 on the Bugatti Chiron than the Porsche 918. They're both great cars, I love both of them, but to me, the Bugatti Chiron seems like a better and more worth option. And yes, there will be many of you that will think this. But Aris, the Porsche 918 is a good Class A car. How do I get another good Class A car? Please stop talking. There are options that will require no spending of tokens, just a bit more time playing of the game. A good example is the VLF Force 1 V10. I'm sure you've seen it. Every couple of weeks there are days where this car has an event that will give you blueprints for it. One of the cars that can be used for this event is the Ferrari 488, which I understand a lot of you don't have that car. But that car has blueprints that are given out in the game, you can unlock that car, and by unlocking the 488, you can unlock this event, and then you can play it and win this car. That might sound like a long process, but I got the Ferrari 488 about a month ago, and so far I've obtained 36 out of 45 of the blueprints for the VLF Force 1. That's pretty good, I think. But how does it compare to the 918? Well, I do have to admit the 918 is like slightly better, but it's such a slight amount, it's almost not there. As you can see when I compared the two cars, the VLF Force 1 and the 918, the starting stats at 1 star is roughly the same. So with all that information, is this car worth it? Is the 918 worth over $100, aka 4,500 tokens? In my personal opinion, I don't think that it's not worth it, but I don't think that it's extremely worth it either, considering that you can get similar cars that have the similar stats and similar greatness for much less. I'm not trying to be rude or diss the 918, I love that car, it's just money-wise and stats-wise, I don't think this car is worth what it costs. Because let's say you even get those 10 blueprints from the event and you somehow get like 3 or 6 blueprints from those 5 card packs, you still need quite a bit of tokens in order to get the rest of those blueprints. Cost too much. Why not just get the VLF for a much cheaper price or even get it for free like what I'm aiming for? Based on current projections, I could probably get the VLF in about 2 to 3 weeks, so stay tuned for my review when it comes out. So to answer the question, is the car worth it directly in one word, the answer is nope. But kind of, I mean, okay, you know what, just no in general. Alright, with that statement, the video is done. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you at least slightly enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, because why not? And if you're not convinced to do either of those, look at this teenage boy over here. He's not very happy right now, but if you hit that like button and subscribe, he will be extremely super stoked. So do that. Why did I say stoked? Who uses that word anymore? Never mind. Anyways, I need to go to homecoming soon, so follow my YouTube, Instagram @theofficialaxis. Check out my Google Plus community that I never replied to. Links in description. I'll see you guys later. Time for homecoming. Bye.